One man's stone is another man's gem.
That's everything. On to the next.
Stabilize!
One with the forest! Can't see.
With sword comes shadow. Speed of light. Cut to the chase.
I will have order!
Incoming! Hey!
Gather!
Let's nip that in the bud.
Stabilize! This is order!
Don't blink! Incoming! Hey!
One with the forest.
Motion to compel! Don't blink! You give, you receive. We finally made it to Caravan Rebot. It's pretty lively here. So, just past this wall is the desert, huh? Oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh, if it's this tall, it's gotta be the divine work of Greater Lord Rukadevat.
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Huh?
Over here.
Oh, Hatham went that way! Let's hurry up and follow him. Wonder what he's up to.
Come on, it's a rare opportunity. Let's go check it out.
What the... Where did he go? How did we lose him? They were just...
More Aramite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time?
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago. There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of all I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Al-Hatham. We never thought we'd run into you here. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the Academia? Wait, don't tell Paimon that you're here to take us back on their...
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the Academia. However, had I wished to turn you over to the Academia, don't you think you'd...
Oh, right. You do have a point.
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher at... And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the same... Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Unfortunately, everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormos. Which brings me back to you. The leader of Ain al-Ahmar used the Divine Knowledge Capsule right in front of you, and upon seeing him, your expression became To have that kind of reaction, I think...
Al-Hatham, you really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What kind of person even notices or remembers?
So that's your answer. Well, I do work for the Academia after all. So, But that does prove you do have some undisclosed information about the... No matter. Rather than simply learning...
That's right! We have the same plan as you! But we...
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest settlement in the desert, so it'll probably have more resources and intel than anywhere else.
It's always better to travel with someone you...
I really wouldn't recommend going there.
Travelers and visitors, don't miss out.
Want a taste of my hammer? Gather!
Enshroud! I'll uproot you!
Incinerate! Chia! Ha! Chia!
That tingle?
Stabilize!
Incoming! Hey! Cut to the chase!
A hunter.
Don't blink!
Picked the wrong test subject.
Motion to compel!
Can't see. Ha! Boom!
Incoming!
Picked the wrong test subject.
Not bad, as far as treasure is concerned. Speed of light! Incinerate!
Let's appraise the value on this.
Evil shall be dispersed. If it's useful, I'll take it.
Before us lies Aru Village, the safe.
Whoa, this landscape.
Sino. Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I—
Oh, Hatham. Do not think you can escape my judgment, just because you managed to escape my—
Judgment? So that's—
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist.
seemed to me more like your own person.
Who is that?
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in all Hatham. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer. Otherwise, there will be consequences.
Has Al-Haytham done something wrong? Hyman doesn't think he's as bad as you've made.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that's— If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the Academia?
I should have known you'd be difficult.
You two? Ugh.
Ahem. Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia? gotta help us out here. Otherwise...
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two giants from the academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rule, but how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds. Hey, did either of you hear a word?
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so strong. Is this a sandstorm? Paimon's gonna get blown away.
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over.
Someone's calling for us.
That sounded like Come on, you two. Jeez, or...
All right, stop.
Well, this is... Hey, wanna play sardines with three people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace.
Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon.
There's no need to thank me. It's all.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister.
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, as a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your and now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with if anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof. I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sands.
Oh,
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself...
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear.
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now.
Wait, that was you trying?
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While Al-Haytham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been rather.
Huh?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request, but I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence. I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. He even said to me, "The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right." I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the academia of today. I believed it would be wise to flee the academia before the sages had a chance to take action again. I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need for...
Sino seems to have the same goal as us. We're all... Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot... Well, Sino, if that's your...
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard a conversation between... The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the Divine Knowledge Capsule, and I think we deserve an explanation.
Yes. I was indeed tapped.
I'll hate them!
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me.
The most enticing...
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information. Namely, that divine knowledge indeed exists. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the Divine Knowledge Capsule. In the end, had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ain al-Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the divine knowledge.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidence.
Even though I ran into the traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the academia. You were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
That's true. Alhaitham helped us out.
I'm willing to apologize if I took the Divine Knowledge Capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to After all, curiosity often proves to be the most...
You should be well aware, Scribe Alhaitham, that curiosity can also lead you to... Answer me this. Did the sages share any information?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted.
Fine. Although you haven't completely...
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to... And now you, Dia. I believe...
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out. My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her illness at home. I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to Aru village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone here. But then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument.
Is that all? Well, I will...
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
Whoa! What was that sound?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home.
Creatures?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted.
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry, she's...
The wind's died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't back yet, though.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried.
Candace, you're still fighting? You've been out here dealing with these creatures
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've defeated.
Ah! Here comes another wave!
Leave this round to us. I got interrupted early.
It's been quite a while.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Gather! Foreign!
Motion to compel!
Useless.
Incoming! Here comes another wave! When are they ever gonna let up? Incinerate! Nowhere to hide. Hey! The creature stopped appearing. Was that...
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sandstorm.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Huh?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full. I am the chief of Aru Village. Everyone usually...
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for...
I can't say they've always been common, but recently the storms have become increasingly so. Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes. According to an investigator who stayed in the village a while ago...
Another effect of So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest, and sandstorms and earthquakes here in the desert?
Everything in the natural world is...
Everyone in Aru Village needs to take good care of themselves. Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single...
Village Keeper? Who are...
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru Village refers to mad scholars, and most of them are scholars who lost their sanity. After a period of training, the academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So, they're forcibly exiled to the desert.
Alas, that's exactly what we've been trying to investigate. One by one, but no one in the village has ever seen them leave. If you're planning to stay around the village for the next...
I've had encounters with those people in the past.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will eliminate you.
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these poor scholars. First, but, is it really a good idea to tag along with Sino? You seem like...
I'll be grateful for the assistance. Let's start by finding a spot to
Oh, of course not. It's all a bunch of nonsense.
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the... Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation? One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origin. The Academia has long exiled mad scholars to Aru Village. When mad scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and deranged as before. But initially, the people of Aru Village greatly resented having to take in the mad scholars. Aru Village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. Suddenly, he noticed a mad scholar crouching in a corner, caressing the ground with his hands. A soft, green light, despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night. All the houses remained upright, almost as if they had grown roots reaching deep into the ground. After that, the people of Aru Village treated the mad scholars with greater kindness.
A soft green light? A mad scholar protecting Aru Village? Paimon thinks so too. Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the mad scholars continued to wear their akatsuki?
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the Academia could still monitor their activities.
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense then!
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story... So, what do you make of the story? Really?
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kus...
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current Dendro... The Academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali. In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds.
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... How should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon who's kind and wise.
I've spent many years interrogating criminals.
Good! Then you should know that...
That look in your eyes. How can this be to think?
Alright, now it's our turn to put our skills to good use for this investigation. But easier said than done. Especially since we don't have any leads.
Excuse me, are you...
Huh?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isak.
Is your grandpa a mad
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa.
The person you're referring to is not...
Grandpa is just I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please, you gotta take me with you.
So you're the one who was eavesdropping on us around the village chief's house. I was planning to go out and take care of whoever it was. But I had a vague feeling that they didn't harbor...
Whoa. Hatham wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses.
Sorry. I was only listening in because I wanted to know where Grandpa went. Honest. If you don't
All right.